Hello, I am ZHAO Chuang. Let's draw the bony plates of Wuerhosaurus. The dinosaurs' bony plates had a unique shape, somewhat like a short rectangle. Despite being closely related to the North American Stegosaurus, the shapes of their bony plates were quite different. Some scholars believe that the bony plates of Wuerhosaurus might be the same as those of Stegosaurus when alive. Both were tall, and only those of Wuerhosaurus were broken during fossilization and lost the upper half, leaving only the root. However, current bony plate fossils show no signs of breaking at the upper end. If you observe from the side, you will see that the cross-section is a perfect triangle with a very sharp end, which is consistent with the morphology of the Stegosaurian bony plates. In this drawing, we will take the view and believe that its bony plates were just like this in its lifetime. On the fossils, the bony plates only preserved the bone core, and their actual size might have been taller when the dinosaur was alive. We should also note that the bony plates, albeit almost shaped like a rectangle, their rear upper sharp end protruded upward prominently. This structure corresponded to the uppermost tip of the rhombus-shaped bony plates of North American Stegosaurus. When shaping the keratin that wrapped outside, when it was alive, we can make this end even sharper. Now, let's start drawing. Compose the picture first. We choose the relatively well-preserved specimen as a reference. These bony plates were rectangular, and might locate closer to the pelvis. We should note that around the lower one-third position, there is an apparent boundary line here, indicating that above this line is exposed skin, and underneath is the root embedded inside the body. After composing the draft, we can draw how its bony plates looked like when this dinosaur was alive. In its lifetime, the bony plates were wrapped inside keratin so they would be much larger than the bone size displayed by the preserved fossil. This part near the tip might be sharper. The connection between the bony plates and the body can be represented by a wavy line. The depressions of this wavy line should correspond to the relatively large scales. Each large scale on its body here should just fit into the concave on the underside of the bony plates. So, we can show the boundary between the bony plate and its body with this curved line. We draw every scale here, which is roughly like a hexagon. But, instead of drawing them precisely, we only need to arrange them in a neat row like this. The scales on other body parts were much smaller. Let's use a line to show the muscles on its back. We can slightly extend the two ends of this bony plate to the sides. Then, let's draw the bony plate on the other side to show that the two rows of bony plates actually distributed alternatively. Each scale would embed in the depressed groove on the side of the bony plates. We show the groove. First, strengthen the crest of the wavy line, then draw an upward extending line here. We haven't observed this structure on its fossils, but in a similar structure of other species, such as Ankylosaurus, which armored many large plates. They shared an alike structure. We can draw the bony plates of Stegosaurians connecting with their body, resembling how the plates linked with the Ankylosaurus. There were many delicate striped grooves on the surface of the bony plates. The bony plate body was smooth, and covered with relatively fine and delicate grooves. Hesperosaurus demonstrates this structure, so we can also apply it to Wuerhosaurus. Then, we can draw a lighter shadow along the lines where the two bony plates meet. Sketch some lines next to this muscle. Next, draw some folds near the tail, and some near the front of the thighs to depict the texture of its skin. Use relatively rounded, loose lines, which can well represent the texture of the dinosaur's skin. Although its body was covered with delicate small scales, some larger scales also scattered among them. We can use dots to represent these large scales. Good. Like this, we finished drawing the bony plates of Wuerhosaurus.